Whatever, yo.
Yo 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 yo. What's up, everybody? My name is Dust Mites, and welcome to another episode of Liquid Therapy.
Woohoo!
It's been a long time. It's been a while since we did one of these, so shout out to James and Plastic Fanatics. I believe James on vacation. He's taking the night off, so we figured we just slide all up in this time slot. Time slot, sliding, time sliding.
Sliding in.
Slider.
Yeah. See what I did there. But welcome everybody. This is just a bullshit show that we do on our Realm of Collectors channel. We have a couple of beers and drinks. Shout out to
Drinks.
the Liquid, and we just talk the shit. Usually we try to keep it a non-nerdy, geeky type discussion, but fuck it. Tonight, let's. It's been too long since we all got together like this, so fuck it. We're gonna break some rules and talk about whatever comes to mind. And that was a pretty good intro there, man. Not too bad. A couple beers in, pretty smooth. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Slurry.
It's like riding a bike. Right back to it.
You know what? I'm not really gonna go round robin like we do on all the other shows. So we got G Money in the house.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. What are you sipping? I gotta ask you. What are you sipping on? What do you got there?
Say it again. Oh, I got my Etchbox Thundercats mug, and I've got some vodka with some limeade. It's quite delicious. So.
What type of vodka?
It is pear flavored vodka.
Pear.
My wife purchased.
Pear.
Yes.
Not grapefruit, not lemon, not raspberry.
It's pear. Like a pair of boobs. Where's the mayor of Titty City? Why isn't he on here?
Yeah. What is Brian Brink? What is Brian Brink doing tonight? But
yeah, he's always on Plastic Fanatics. Where's he at?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, I got the night off. Okay. And if anybody out there that's usually part of the Plastic Fanatic squad that wants to jump in the show, or anybody that's part of the Realm of Collectors that wants to pop in here, I did put the join link in the Facebook group. So there you go. Pop in, join us. We're gonna have a good time, talk some bullshit and whatever. But keeping it rolling, we got Hurricane BX in the house. What you sipping?
Yo, what's up, fellas? I'm drinking my usual concoction. The only thing is that the vodka is not cherry lemonade flavored this time, just straight up old vodka, mixed with some half and half Arnold Palmer Crystal Light. Feeling good, guys. Feeling good. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, definitely, man. Cheers. Raise them. Raise them
up.
I didn't say raisin. I said raise them. Raise them.
Yeah,
and next, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Next up is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Agent H, joining us. And I would ask you what you're sipping, but I think you want to
sipping a little bit of something.
Okay,
but I'm also going another route too. You herbal medicine kind.
Yeah, you went down the green lane, didn't you?
The green lane, that's right. But I do have in this cup Malibu passion fruit rum with some Minute Maid fruit punch. Going old school. Back in college.
That's definitely all night. Gets me through the day. All night passion. No Alicia fans in the crowd. Yeah, I went down this fucking rabbit hole today. And yeah, my name is Dust Mites, and I'm killing Yinglings as usual. So there's the fucking intro. So we're done.
Right.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. And now we're going to do some outros. Gary.
See you later.
Find me here.
Yeah, man. I mean, just it's nice to finally get back on a Saturday night. It's been a while since we've done something like this, and not on normal stuff that we've been doing. I've been busy. What's up?
Has it been raining by you guys everywhere like crazy?
Look at him just segue in there with the rain.
Yep.
Well,
all of a sudden he's fucking Missy Elliott.
No. Here's the thing. It's like I'm gonna vent for a second.
All right. We got a raining vent.
I bought this Jeep Wrangler right back in February, and it's a 4-door Wrangler with a hard top. So I had to make space in my garage to put this hard top when I take it off. And a week ago, I did all this shelving in the garage. It was like 90 degrees that particular day. Got everything set up so I have a space to put it. Had a friend come over, took the hard top off, got it all put away, covered in a tarp, tucked away. I can fit the truck, the top, everything in the garage. And I swear to God, it's freaking rained for the last 8 days ever since. So the truck has sat in the garage. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. And I don't have a soft top for it. So I think I brought it upon myself by doing that. And
yeah, man, we've
so
been having some fucking serious fucking weather here. A tornado.
Yeah, I had a tornado Monday.
Yeah, tornado. What do they call when a tornado? What do they call that?
Were there sharks in it?
Down. They fucking landed. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. I gotta watch that movie again, so I know Twister. Whatever the fuck it was. You know.
What a twist!
What a twist! What a twist! Well, one landed here in Newton, New Jersey, which isn't too far from me, and wreaked havoc over the land. I saw some wind, I saw some rain, but other than that, a couple of the surrounding towns just finally getting some power back. The power's been out, so
yeah, dude, it's so flat out here, and we're like really close to Ocean City. Ocean City was flooded. They had supposed to have like the cruise weekend with all the retro cars and the resto mods that all got canceled.
Yeah,
and stuff. But either way, I sound like an 8-year-old man talking about the weather. I'll stop.
Nah, it's all good, man. Like that's what I said. This is what we just bullshit about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, man.
I just wanted to drive the fucking Jeep. You know what I mean? I was like, God, that's the whole reason I bought it.
Anytime.
Dude, I know. You're gonna have plenty of days to do that. Relax.
Yep. Dust is losing power like a real danger for you when it comes down real hard, the rain out there.
What's that here?
Yeah.
Honestly, my complex, a lot of the wires into the complex are on the ground. We don't have overhead wires like a lot of the other towns do. So if the main transformer for some reason goes, the power goes, I think in the 9 years or maybe more, 10 years, less than that, 8-9 years I live in here, power went out with Superstorm Sandy, of course, because the whole fucking state was out. But on a normal storm, we may get a blink, and then maybe 5 minutes later, 4 minutes later, 3 minutes later, it comes back on. Nothing really too bad. I think once or twice it was maybe off for a couple of hours. So even when Sandy came through, we were back up in 24 hours. Nobody had power around here. My fucking apartment was like a FEMA shelter. I had all the families here taking showers, and charging, and fucking, and I was cooking. It was just constantly, different fucking waves of people coming in. But yeah, I mean, that's one good thing about me being in this complex. All the wires, the electric wires, are all on the ground. Cable, the phone, everything's all on that level. So we're good on that. But.
Yeah, it was similar experience here in the city too. Like, I never really have to worry, even when the weather's really bad. Oh, Frogman!
Hey, Frogman's late to the party.
Sorry about that, man.
Okay, he's here. Came.
Hey,
hello.
Yo, they're rolling on in.
He's here at True Stars. Hey, shout out to the fashionably late crowd. No. These dudes were sitting back saying like, I just want to see what these fucking dudes are talking about before I jump in there.
I just got
this motherfucker said the weather. I'm in. He's gonna come here and talk about fucking barometers and fucking.
Wait, hi.
Hey, what's up, little one?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
going on?
Hey,
as I said, I was being an adult. So, what's up, Chris?
Hi, we're drinking beers.
Yeah. I was. She wasn't. Okay. No one calls me.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Well, welcome to the show. We were just talking about the recent weather that's been plaguing us here on the
East Coast.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's giving up anytime soon. It's still raining here. It's been raining for the past few days. Today was pretty fucking heavy and nasty, but at least it's not as humid as it's been. So tomorrow we're looking at 78 with thunderstorms and rain. Monday 75 cloudy. Tuesday 65 rain. Of course, it's my day off. Womp womp. And then the rest of the week it's ramping up a little. We get some sunshine about Thursday, Friday. And Memorial Day weekend looks okay for us in the high 70s. Possible thunderstorm Sunday, and Monday. So
that's
and that's the New Jersey weather report here with Dustman. Take it away, Jose.
Thank you for joining us at Realm of Climate.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think I was showing enough boobage and cleavage doing the weather there. You know, how, like these weather girls. That shit looks like a straight up fucking Pornhub video when they do the weather nowadays.
You need a green screen.
Yeah.
The one south of the border. Woo.
Man, I'm just like, I gotta pause this shit for a second. Hold on. Let me look around. Do I got a sock anywhere?
Yeah, Frogman knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, shout out to DVRs.
They know how to do the weather here, brother. So
yes, they do.
Man. Man, we all tune to the weather report, man. All of us. But not for the weather, though. Man. We're there to check out the weather girl.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, we went from intros to what we're sipping to weather. Thanks, Gary, for getting it off your chest about your Jeep.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you should trade it in for a submarine.
The struggle's real.
What are you guys sipping on, Dave and Frog?
You guys sipping on anything?
I got some Budweisers in the freezer, bro. So I'll get them in a bit.
I will be grabbing beverage in a bit. I want to make sure I made it here first.
Good enough answer.
You hear?
We are on liquid therapy, so you could say I'm drinking water, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think that peach vodka or pear vodka just might be just a big ass glass of water.
It is actually not. You'll see. Give it a little bit more time.
All right. You're gonna go for you getting a refill for you going for number 3?
It'll kick in a bit.
I'll probably do a refill in a minute. Yeah.
All right. So after number 3, we're gonna
witness
you go on the show, and we're just gonna say, all right, let's test Gary.
Yeah. Listen, anyone who's hung with me at any of the ROC events knows that I don't drink very often, but when I do, I go hard, I soar high, and I crash quickly. So.
See, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and they were talking about when they stop you for a sobriety test, and they tell you to do the ABCs backwards.
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
It's a trick question because a lot of people say, man, I can't even do that sober.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too. For real.
That's how they get you.
Real, man.
That's how they fucking get you, man. You're so fucking drunk and like, we need you to do your ABCs backwards.
Just give me the breathalyzer.
And then they're like, do it forward. And if you sing, they're like, no singing. They know they got you when you start singing the ABCs. Man.
See, but you're so ingrained in that though, because that's the way you were taught as a kid. So if I recite the ABCs, that's the way I kind of recite.
Dude, I still do it. I'm 40-some years old.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know what comes after fucking Q. R.
Yeah,
R.
How could you do it any other way? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm used to.
Man, I'll just tell the cop, next question, please.
When it comes to that,
pass. Can I pass?
As bad as my legs,
I phone a friend?
as bad as my legs and my fucking feet are, man. And I'm like, if I gotta walk the line, I'm just like, just fucking take me. Just fucking take me. Just fucking do it, man. I can't fake this.
Go for a ride, bro. Go for a ride.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? Like, I've never, ever, and I'm fucking knocking on wood here, popped for a DUI, and I've been very bad throughout my 20s and 30s, man. Really bad, especially in my early 30s to my mid to late 30s. Really fucking bad with some shit, and never. Don't know how stupid when you think about it later on when you're older, you think how stupid you were, and how you think you're fine, but you're not fucking fine, and just be straight, man. At least nowadays it's a lot easier, man. You got Ubers and you got a lot of cabs out there, but in the area that I live in, there's nothing like that back then, But yeah, there was a time where a lot of my drinking was kind of early, man. We would hit up happy hour at this local spot. I'm talking back in the day when I worked for the Big W. There was a local bar, and they were doing 25-cent wings and, dollar drafts. Please, can I move in? And they opened up at 5:30, but we got out at 4. But they used to open up early for us, the Big W crowd, because we would all just go there after work. And it used to be a Friday thing. Then it turned into a Wednesday, Friday thing. Then it turns into a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing. Then it turns into a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing. And it wasn't too far from the crib. It was probably about, 9 miles from my house. And you take this 1-2 lane highway, So if we got there early and we bounced about 8-9 o'clock, rush hour traffic was still there. So I just kind of like blended in with everybody. You know what I mean? Because everybody was going up that way. But stupid shit, man. You don't think about that when you're younger. You're just like, fuck it, I'm going. But yeah, man, be careful out there, man. This is not a public service announcement, but I'm just very happy that I just did not get popped for some fucking stupid shit, man.
Yeah, man, that reminds me. That reminds me when I was in my 20s and 30s, bro. We'd hang out every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, dude. We'd go do the street racing thing and whatnot with my buddies, but we'd stay up till like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, dude, just drinking and drinking. Everybody beyond wasted. And I drove home a lot of times, dude. I drove home a lot of times from my friend's crib all the way to my house. But after a while, man, a good friend of mine that never drank anything, no alcohol or nothing, he passed away already. But that guy always was designated Dave. That guy
designated, yeah. Everybody is that Dave.
We all went in our cars. We were in our Mustangs or Corvettes or whatever we used to race back in the day. And this dude got to drive everybody's car because he used to drive everybody home, man. And they'd always throw my fat ass in the back seat. I was wasted. I was God, man. They throw my ass in the back seat. He'd always tell me, man, I'm not going to deal with you. Just get your ass in the back, and I'll take you home.
Hold on. I don't mean that. I don't want to cut anybody off, but Dave just hit me up, and he just said all the power in my block just died. Power outages.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm just saying it's just funny. It was one of the earlier discussions we had when we first started, so it was just funny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
No, man. No, we're good.
That's what I do.
I was gonna say, Frogman. It's funny. I'm gonna date myself here, but like in college, one of my roommates had and this is in like '96. He had a '96 Impala SS the last year of that body style. And I didn't drink really in school, so when we would go out, he would flip me the keys all the time. He'd be like, "Hey, Gary, you mind driving home?" Like, not at all. Like, those keys. I got this. You're good.
Would you guys always be able to make the judgment call though? Like, if you were kind of like a little hammered, if you were too hammered to drive, would you be able to recognize that and be like, "Hey, I can't do it. Like, I definitely need to take
in my 30s." No, because I remember there was one night where I was at said bar, and a lot of people left, and I hung around, and I was talking with some people, and I drove this girl home, and she didn't live too far from the bar, and I found her spot, but I couldn't find my way back to how to get home.
Yeah, you did.
And this is before. This is before like GPSs. I had like a fucking Boost Mobile flip phone. You know what I mean? There was nothing like that back in the day. Right. I couldn't for the fuck of me find where the fuck I was going, and then I started panicking. You get the drunk panics, and you got the windows down, and you lower the music because lowering the music is gonna make you find.
It helps you find stuff.
It makes you find your way in. And
I can't see. Turn the radio down. I can't see anything. Turn it down.
Some of you guys have been up in my area. Everything is fucking woods and back roads and stuff. And then I finally found a fucking a highway that I know, and I'm like, oh shit, I know this highway. How did I get here? And I realized I'm like, how did I get all the way over here? And I'm like, fucking, we would be. The bar is here, she lives here, and the highway is all the way up here. You know what I mean? I gotta go here. I mean, I'm trying to look on this fucking thing. I gotta go. Where is it? Over here. Home is
fucking far from home, bro.
So I found the fucking highway. I'm like, all right, I'm straight. Windows down, hand, and it's only like maybe like 11:30. It's not super late. They only fuck with you when it's super late around here. Yeah. And I got the fucking 10 and 2 going and shit like that. But I made it. And then the next day I was like, man, I just fucking said, you know what? Thank God, because at the time when you're single, if you catch that DWI, man, your life is fucking done, man. Unless you work right around the corner from your house and you live in a town where you can walk to everything, You don't have a license, and just the fines alone will fucking destroy you for life.
See, I asked that question because I remember as a kid, like my dad, he used to like to drink. He'd like to drink wine, and I remember sometimes like him being pretty plastered, and not plastered where he was just, but I could tell that he was drunk. And if he was driving, I'd be like, "Pop, you okay? You okay?" And he would be like, "Yeah, I'd never put your life in danger. Like, trust me, if I was ever too drunk to drive, I'd never get in the car." But you don't fucking know when you got the fucking alcohol.
I remember back in the day driving my grandfather when I was a little kid. And I am a lot older. When I was a little kid in the 70s, and he's popping Rangolds and Schmitz and drinking them while he's driving, man, like some old school shit,
Old school, man.
Like shit you see in the movie, like like in the movies and on TV, like Mad Men and shit like that. That's the type of dude he was, man. He's just fucking taking the bottles, throw them in the fucking back seat. He's got the big ass fucking Cadillac canoe, man, and just chilling.
My grandfather was the same way, bro, and my uncles, man. They fucking have those quarts and shit. They're drinking and they're running errands, and they're driving around drinking like they're drinking a fucking Coke, dude. And one beer after another. They tell you, "Hey, son, throw that in the back, son," and I'll go toss it in the back.
And that's why
opens another one.
And that's why we're all sipping on things on liquid therapy here right now. Shout out to those days. Nick Brammer popped in here. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Nick?
Walter jumped in here. What's up, Walt?
What's up, big Walt?
All right, Walt's on the hiatus. Maybe he's outside.
I remember when I turned 30 and we was partying in I think Upper West Side? No, Morningside Heights. So I remember partying in Morningside Heights. I am plastered to beyond recognition. And I took the A train back all the way home. And I didn't even know when I woke up the next day. I don't even remember that I took the train, but I did. and I hate taking the train drunk, because when you take the subway drunk, a lot of shit can happen when you,
especially in the days when we grew up in Brooklyn.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I remember I did tell a story once on one of our broadcasts about me falling asleep on the fucking train once. I woke up in fucking Coney Island. Last stop. Fucking sun was coming up. You hear the seagulls are going. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I got a fucking 40 a crazy horse in my lap that's half done. You know what I mean? It's like, you do this and you just like, all right, we're gonna start moving in a couple of seconds. I'll get home soon, but never ever happened that.
But what I normally do when I'm drinking and I have to take the subway home, I close my eyes between stops. And every time a little stop, I wake up to make sure that I didn't fall asleep. Miss my stop. Somebody's trying to rob me, or a fucking homeless dude is trying to pee in the corner or something.
Yeah, man. Nowadays you don't have that issue on subways.
Right, you do.
Fucking hipsters. Hipsters are ruining everything.
They sure do. Yeah, man. They take the flavor out of New York. That's why I left.
All right, so boring. The next topic. We're moving on to the next topic. Hipsters and how they're ruining everything. Oh man.
There we go. Walt's back. What you drinking, Walt? What's happening, bro?
You sipping on anything?
Miller
time over by Walt's. All right.
You got the Miller Light, or you got the Miller, straight Miller?
Miller MGD, man. No Miller.
Oh, you got the old school
Genuine
the old school gold. You got the gold.
That's
you go. The old school gold, man. It's been a while since I had the old school gold.
Dude,
what you got in your big barrel of a glass there, Nick?
Yeah, is that that's some new brand?
That's a mason jar.
That's a Caucasian.
That's a Caucasian.
Whoa.
You got Kahlua.
Whoa. Back it up. We don't want to get fucking blasted here on YouTube about you talking
about. All right, it's a White Russian with half and half instead of whole cream.
Okay.
That does not sound good on a hot day.
I don't know,
that sounds about 10,000 calories to me.
Well, the more vodka you put in, the less calories. Because the cream is what'll fuck you up.
Oh, God,
that's what she said.
All right, man.
I'll drink to that.
I don't know. I mean, that was a great intro segue there, man. Talking about alcoholism and whatnot on on liquid therapy and how we all drive drunk and shit. And I'm blessed, man, that we're all here in one piece. And nothing ever happened to us. And we're a little bit. It's funny now. You know what's funny now is like I'll stop after work for happy hour at Applebee's, and Applebee's is maybe like a quarter of a mile away from my fucking house. I could throw fucking Wookie and chill land on Applebee's as first fucking. It's not that close, but it's that close. You know how I am. And I'll stop there for happy hour and have some dinner, and I'll have like 2 or 3 beers, and like I'm there for like an hour, and like driving home, I'm like fucking super shook. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is all I need at 40-some-odd years old to get popped at 5:15 p.m. happy hour with my 2 for $20. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, give me the 2 for $20. I'll have this, my appetizer. I'll take that home with me because it's the most. I'm there with the early birds and all the white hair. People, you know what I mean? And here I am getting fucking popped going a quarter of a mile to my house.
We call them blue hairs down here.
Yeah. We call them white clouds up here, and like that's the dust mite's luck. You know what I mean? That's the dust mite's luck. 20 years of fucking driving around like fucking Mad Max. Fuck, you know what I mean? Loaded as fuck. And I'll get fucking popped coming home from the Applebee's, which is a fucking throw away from the fucking crib, man. Yikes.
You'd be sitting in central booking like, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Oh, we don't have no. We don't have central booking here. We have booking. All right. If something like that happens, you make the police blotter. You're in the newspaper. You're on the Facebook groups. You're everywhere.
You're the Hackettstown News. Like, look out for this guy.
Yes, fat motherfucker pulled over for DUI.
I gotta behave.
Oh, sorry.
He
had eating your fucking dinner, bro.
Yeah, he had the cilantro lime chicken in his back seat, and his floor was covered in seltzer bottles, but yet he was pulled over for a DUI.
Gotta be careful down here, man. I don't want to end up on live PD.
Oh man, yeah. But that's Florida, man. I hate to say it, Nick. Florida. Y'all guys got some rejects.
Hell yeah. But yeah, no, like our Pasco County is one of the featured ones on Live PD on A&E or whatever. Yeah. So like, people like throughout like the local Facebooks around here, when somebody gets busted or something, people will drive to where they got busted just to try and get on Live PD.
Only in Florida.
See, you know what? Exactly. I can't have that shame on me because there's a Facebook group for my local town called the Hackettstown Community Forum, and it's run by a bunch of fucking painy ass fucking women. I'm not saying that it's run by women bad, but you think I run with the band hammer in the Realm of Collectors group? This is the fucking worst. This group is the fucking worst, and I try to make myself be like the superstar with the gifs. You know what I mean? Everybody's crying, complaining. I got the Billy Crystal tissue gif. You know what I mean? You know, I have gifs for everything. People are complaining about shit, and then some political shit takes off. I got the popcorn, you know, the binocular popcorn. You know, so I'm the GIF guy, man. I'm the funny GIF guy. I don't want the funny GIF guy to be on the community forum saying, pulled over from Applebee's with some wings. So I'm trying to keep it cool, man. But I don't want to Uber for a quarter mile. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, that's right there.
All right, let's get off the alcohol talk. Let's talk a little something here. What do you guys want to talk? You guys want to talk some pop culture? You want to talk some robots? What do you guys want to talk about? Some music?
Can I interject for a second?
Oh, Jose, Gary, may he interject?
Yes, he can. Yes,
all right. So there's been a lot of talks and complaints about repaints
Oh boy,
bottles.
Here we go.
All of that.
Liquid therapy is all of a sudden turned into plastic therapy.
Plastic therapy.
We're gonna bust some therapy down, people. Now, I'm trying to do this the polite way since we're on live.
I thought you were trying to be. I thought you were trying to be dramatic. You were like trying to get something out of your tooth or something. You're like trying to be super dramatic.
Just say it, bro.
Just
say it, bro.
You know, he's trying to have a fucking. He's trying to have a Samuel L. Jackson moment right here.
I'm trying to figure out. No, I want to say it right. Because we're on live.
I'm gonna raise your volume up. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Fucking shark ate me.
My job security and all that shit. So, guys.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I love you, brothers. I love you guys. Thank you for paying my bills for the past 20 years. For your patronage. Much appreciated. It always brings a smile on my face when I come on here and I see like Frogman got all his Marvel Legends in a row right there.
I'm about to cut you off.
You cut me off.
Fucking 4 repaints and retools in the same fucking year. That's all I'm gonna say.
But listen, dude. But come on, look at it this way. A lot of people always miss out on the original, right? And if there's a repaint of a certain figure, they buy that figure, right? Yep. And it's okay. But I mean, you guys want certain figures and you want original molds, you want rid of the cast and stuff like that. But it's kind of hard to do when you guys don't want to pay the extra cash, especially for a Hasbro figure. Because if we started doing that shit, right, and we started charging $45,
we don't want to pay extra for
a Hasbro figure for that for Marvel Legend.
I'm talking about a masterpiece figure.
Or even for masterpiece.
That's what I'm talking about.
Too,
masterpiece. Right. Why are we getting 3 or 4 retools and repaints in the same year with no original mold?
But why are we surprised? That's what I don't understand.
You know what? Usually we know what's gonna happen, but they'll sprinkle 1 or 2 in there, and I'm hoping that there's going to be some original releases for 2018.
There are some original ones that are coming in maybe by late in the year or early next year.
Well, but early next year ain't going to cut it. But this is I'm just going to say this is where collectors like us are going to lean on third party to get us where we want to be, and it sucks.
But is fine.
Because Takara, Hashtag, whatever you want to call them, are missing out on those dollars. Period.
I don't think so.
But again, this is the same old thing. We're gonna go back into the circle, right?
Yeah, I know. Of course, I know.
It's just the same. It's the same vicious cycle. Because when it comes to the masterpiece, it's more difficult than saying third party does shit. Because third party doesn't care. They can just print shit out and make shit whatever they want to go coming at the fly.
Of course.
Hasbro got all these rules and regulations that we have to follow, and plus official,
you have to pay for licensing and whatnot.
Because if you want the official license of the vehicle or whatever they call whatever it turns to, that's more money that comes out of it.
I totally get it, man.
But let me just say this. Look, buy something different, right? Buy a new line, find a new I don't know, a new genre. Go get some lap dances. I don't know. Right. Just spend your money in a different place.
We're talking basic Transformers collectors here that want to finish their masterpiece collection,
which is understandable. But
me being one of them.
But I'll give you a perfect example, right? Even third party is running out of Transformers.
Of course, yeah.
And look
at you can see where they're all stretching and looking for different ways to find that dollar.
Vacuum with their fucking site swipe after 5 years and shit.
It looks good though. I think it looks cool.
It looks good, but I want to be honest. I'm not gonna bash
Vacuum. I'm sorry, Jose. By the way, I just took a bite of the pizza crust.
Oh,
what is that?
It's a breadstick. Eldora.
That yesterday's lunch.
That was pizza 3 days ago.
About a week old. Yeah, I was about to say.
When you reach about 13 beers, you look for a snack.
Right. So Gary, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
A good joke is a good joke.
Right. The Bad Cube side swipe. It looks good, but to me, when I looked at, but it looks fine. No, but this is my
here we go
honest answer, right? When I first looked at it, and before I realized what it was, I thought it was an Iron Factory or one of the Warren Pocket
that means it looks like shit.
Figure. But it doesn't look like a masterpiece figure to me. It looks like a souped up chug figure when I looked at it afterwards, you know?
Yep. It does not look masterpiece at all.
It looks too basic for what it's supposed to be. And if they're gonna charge you,
dude, man, you know what? I felt the same way, and then when I started looking at their Red Alert, that fucking Red Alert, man.
But it looks better.
It looks better than the official. It gives you those tickles and those feels that the official doesn't.
It does look badass, bro. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it looks better. Does, but this is the problem with I agree with Takara and Hasbro that they should have done the anime version colors first before doing the G1 colors. But it's a learning curve because it's trying before to realize that a lot of the G1 collectors want tune colors.
Right.
They were doing the G1, the G toys, I
feel bad for the collectors that like that medium aspect where you had the tune and you had the toy mixed and they enjoyed that. Well, I really feel bad being a tune guy. I really feel bad that Takara turned this way with this because you know what? I was okay with the mix. I was collecting with the mix. I didn't mind it. But when they went all instead, when you never go full retard, you never go full tune. When I went full tune, it was. I'm happy for me, but I don't honestly think that there's enough people that have the same interest as I do in this collecting community that likes the melding because you know what, these guys just don't want to spend an extra $1 to go all out.
It's not about spending the extra $1. It's about when we're trying to please every one of you fans.
So
because hold on,
I'm just gonna say where did Takara make that turn and why?
Why? Okay, we started.
What came out? What came out on the third party scene that made Takara say, "Look, we're going cartoon. We're not doing the melding."
It wasn't about third party, right?
Something had to make them say. Look,
what happened? I want to tell you what happened. What happened was people like you guys is always saying, "Oh, I like this, but it doesn't give me the tune tickles." You know what I mean?
Hey!
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It is the truth.
Their fault.
Whoa! I'm the originator.
I know that. I understand that, but I'm saying
there's no guy out there that said tune tickles
not in that exact words. But when everybody is saying that they want an animated version, they want the cartoon equivalent. You know what I mean? And then when we released,
but honestly, do you think there was that? No. Do you think there was that many? And I'm not arguing with you. Mm-hmm. I'm just having a conversation. Do you think there was that many people that said, "I'm going to place my vote for fucking tune"?
Yes.
It just came out of nowhere, man. It was like
because
they were in their lane and they just said.
There was no. Let's be honest. There was no plan. I think they tried it. Masterpiece came out and they wanted to see, who was interested, who would spend the money, and I don't think there was a long-term vision. I think they just kind of winged it as they went.
Even third party followed them. They were doing a toy and tune mold, a mix.
So I just think they're doing what the collectors. I think they're doing what the collectors want more to give you like a little bit of the more accessories, the more face plates for the different expressions, just so you could do more with it.
Let's let the man talk. Let's let the man talk, and he's going to tell us. But I just don't. I can't see why all of a sudden out of nowhere we're driving straight, unless we stopped at fucking happy hour, had some 50-cent wings and $1 draft, and we're driving some chick home. That all of a sudden we're going a different route now. We're trying to find our way.
Real quick, there's just one point I want to make. With the new Masterpiece designs, you can't get on a third party for being too simplified. There's no way. With how much no detail is on some of these molds, you can't go after a third-party company for being simplified.
All right, I'm going to say that to you. Come up to you, Nick. All right, we didn't super simplify the designs. We was going by the designs from the Sunbow, right? Now,
wait, Sunbow, a cartoon from 30 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what? The original Masterpieces wasn't from Sunbow.
You're right.
It was the original Masterpiece was the base. It was a amalgamation or even just a evolution of the alternator line, right?
Instead of your silvers, you had the chrome. Right. And there was like different aspects, but I mean, what was the first one that went? Which figure went all full tune? I was gonna say full.
Inferno. It was Inferno.
It was Inferno. It was Shockwave. Yes. Was it Shockwave or Inferno?
It was Inferno. Inferno came up before
Inferno
Shockwave.
Was the first. The first.
And then all the rave reviews came in for Inferno. Yeah. Everybody loved that Inferno, and there was all uppity and happy with it.
People like the mold. People like the transformation of that figure. I think
that was what even the
I've never played with it.
No. Sportimus. Hey, Sportimus said it was Ironhide.
Okay, Ironhide. I guess so. Ironhide will be it.
But Ironhide's more detailed than Inferno.
But Ironhide, they assembled his shoulders wrong, so they
all right. Let's
that is true. Ironhide
Queen. Ironhide is prefix. Let's make Ironhide the prefix.
The alt mode I feel like is more detailed, but the robot mode is definitely like that simple tune.
It's a mix. It's a mix, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like the transition figure.
Oh boy, I really fucking started some shit into that.
No, wait, transition? What happened?
No, from Ironhide to Inferno, and then everybody loved Inferno, and that's when we even started. Not all of them was simplified. I mean, only the ones that we thought will be work better off simplified,
Darius,
like Megatron.
The best thing. I know. I keep fucking into but the best thing about us as collectors is we had other options. So if you did not like Ironhide, which was full tune, you had Backdraft. And you had the other one. I don't forget
the iGear one.
The other
the Voodoo robots that never came out. That's coming out.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Ironhide. I'm talking about Inferno. That had the same mix between tune and toy, and a lot of third companies kept going that route. You know, with continuing because that was the law. Masterpieces doing this.
It wasn't the law. I wouldn't say that. We decided the law to be.
So what I find funny is a lot of these guys that were into that tune/toy hybrid were buying the backdrafts and all those others, and now all of a sudden they sold those and now are buying the Infernos. Or excuse me, a lot of the KOs of the Infernos because I don't want to pay fucking full price. These cheap cocksuckers.
You know what surprises me, bro, is that Hasbro actually is watching these people at Hasbro are watching these shows, or watching the reviews, they're listening to us, dude. Well, they are.
Listen,
but the thing is, here's the point, bro. Here's a point I want to make.
You think not,
but dude, we're the ones.
We're paying attention.
Man, we're the ones steering the boat, bro.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You guys are steering the boat. You guys are the
so everybody out there.
Yeah.
So everybody out there. All of a sudden, a fucking Hasbro designer, Takara designer is going to do an interview, and he's going to say, and I'm going to do it in a very bad Chinese voice. We decided to change our direction because we watched Enter the Realm episode 119.
It is because of
when our dust mites went on a rant about a cartoon accurate transformer. So we changed.
Love the slogan.
We love that. We love the dust mites. Dust mites is good. And
you want to design? Design with me.
I apologize. I'm not trying to be that dude, but I'm sorry. But I think it was funny. But
it's Dustin. It's Dustin's
fault. Because you know what? I've been, and I'm not tuning my own horn. I've been crying about cartoon accurate fucking tunes.
And we give it to you, and now you're pissed off about it. We're giving it to you, now you're pissed off about it. And that's the problem. We can't please everybody.
No. I'm not pissed off about it because is the new Megatron a tune accurate? No. Is Shockwave a tune accurate? No. They're doing toy now.
Yeah.
See, now they're thinking like, you know what? We're giving them tune accurate. Now we can make some money and let's flip it and just give them the toy.
Exactly. It's just business.
It's the story. It's the story of the Star.
We take it so personally as collectors because we have a vision or we have a want or we have, you said yourself you want to finish the collection. Is there some prize that no one has told me about when you finish your G1 collection?
Yes, I died.
I died.
I died, and all of this goes to you guys because it's all in my will.
But I'm just saying, we take it so personally. And the reality is, it's business, It's
business number one, man. It's business number one. But as collectors, we live in a fantasy land because a lot of collectors don't know shit about business and companies and dollars and what goes into things.
Exactly. And that's the reason for the remodes and the repaints because if somebody doesn't like the tune version, they can get the toy version.
I don't want to jump topics.
And the money from there will fucking pay for the next project. I get that.
But see,
I get that. But why so soon? And why are we doing them so much in a row? If they sprinkle them in, hey, repaint, new mold, repaint, new mold, repaint. I'm cool. I'm happy.
Sounds like a rap. Sounds like a rap. You taught me the 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. And nowadays I'm like.
Nowadays you just need 2 words in a hook. 2 words in a hook.
I don't understand why everybody has such hurt feelings because there is so much stuff to look at nowadays.
I know.
You have Hot Toys, Black Series, Legends, third party, Mythic Legions. I don't know. I feel like there's so much stuff out there.
Can I say why? Because they put Transformers on the highest pedestal.
Well, because a lot of us are Transformer collectors.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, if you look at half the entries from third party, the Shockwave that just came on out, that's basically, if you look up here at it, from Marvel Comics from back in the day.
Dust, let me ask you a question. What made you happier? What did you have more fun with? Opening your Mysterio from the Spider-Man Marvel Legends or opening your RC from Fans Toys?
Oh, good question.
What did you enjoy?
Know her feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I really like that Mysterio figure.
Thank you.
I really did.
No, and I say that because there's so much fun.
Gary, that's a fucking great. That's a great fucking question, dude.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I haven't touched this thing in a couple of days, and I had it on the desk, and I came here when I was setting the show up, and I was working on some music, and I tried doing the hack again for that, and I was fucking around, and the chest came up, and the head fucking flipped back, and you know what? I just went like this. I was like, yeah, you're going on the shelf, and I just put it over.
I said that because
this is how I am as a Transformer collector. I haven't bought anything in how long? I've just been recently buying stuff and getting back into it. Here is Führer and Riot. I bought them 2 weeks ago?
Still in the box.
Still in the fucking box.
You're just going through the
but then again,
Brian Brink gifted me.
I'm not done. But then again,
I'm sorry.
My Fantastic Fours that I got at TFCon, still in the box, still in the same fucking pile. The pizza that I ate 3 days ago, pizza crust.
It's out of
sitting right here next to said Führer and Remix and Fantastic Four figures.
It was
supposed to be in the air fryer.
Like a Stella man.
It was supposed to be Chinese, but it wanted to be pizza.
Yeah. Oh man, don't even get me on that. You guys don't know about that story, man. That's a great story.
No, but I was just gonna say, so Brink gave me like a Mythic Legions figure, when we were at Skullfest, and I had more fun with that, and it sparked more interest and entertainment in that one, $35 figure than I think a $300 Hot Toys has recently. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of options out there. That's all.
Well, you know what, and you're absolutely right, and that's why I love that I'm not a Marvel Legends collector, but I'll cherry pick because you know when I get them, even though I don't open them right away because I don't have the proper place to put them out. You remember when you came to Gary the last time you came to my crib? I had those two bookcases in the living room. Well, they're not. They're gone. I don't want them anymore. So I had to set up some like floating shelves that would support Marvel Legends better than a big bookcase. They don't look good where they are, and I don't like the way they are. So I'm taking them out there. So for now, I'm boxing them up, and then when I do come up with an idea, remember I've only been here about 7 months, and I still don't know what I want to do. I don't want to put them in here because I want to keep this room just Transformers.
Right.
This whole collection room is my Transformer room, and everything else will go in another room on a shelf. But until I come up with what I want to do, unfortunately, that's where they are. And I do enjoy them because I do look at them, when they're in package, and I look, hey man, it's gonna be great, and I can't wait to set it up. But right now, until I come up with my idea, but you're absolutely right. Sometimes the $10, $15, $20 win or the purchase is your win compared to like getting something like this, which was $100, and
right.
And as much as I really like this thing and I think it's good, but it kind of frustrates me in a sense because I just think I'm just not putting enough time into it because I've been out of Transformers for kind of a minute. When I used to buy it, and I'm sorry, I don't want to ramble on, but when I used to buy a Transformer figure, I used to get the figure, and then you would see videos online. You would see me opening it on Instagram. You would see me reviewing it kind of on Instagram. I would take pictures on Instagram. You know what I mean? And I don't do that anymore. And it's since I've moved, and I think it's because I don't have the same setup that I had. I don't think I fell out of love. Maybe I just don't have the same time, or, I don't know. And that's part of it, man. That's part of it too, man.
You're just on
time is a precious commodity. You're right. It's like
I say that many a times that money comes and go. Time is more expensive.
You got it.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. You pay more interest on time than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
I always tell my coworkers that don't waste my goddamn time. If you need something, you make it right because that's more valuable to me than my fucking paycheck. You're wasting my time. You are wasting my paycheck. So. So don't fuck with me with time because I'm 40. I'm halfway done.
Relax.
Don't say that shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Darius, 62 years old. We're 62 years old.
Darius, you've only just begun.
Going back to what Gary was talking about a little bit, though, I haven't bought a Transformer since Power Baser.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, the two things that have given me the most joy that I bought a DC Direct Solomon Grundy, and I bought that Predator throne that I threw up in the Realm.
That thing was cool.
Yeah, those things are just boss.
That's awesome, man. And this is why we are the realm of collectors. Yep. But when it comes to me, like I didn't think I would ever be buying Marvel Legends or looking at other shit and like thinking about vintage because Brian Brink gave me his Vehicle Voltron.
Wow, nice.
And some of the parts are just they're kind of broken and they don't lock. So I'm looking online for parts, and then I'm looking at like Lionbot, and I'm that's my grail. I always want to get a new Lionbot.
Now the vehicle one he gave you, is that the Matchbox version?
Yeah, it's the Matchbox one.
Yeah, the accessories may be pricey to get, but
so it's just like. It's like now I'm thinking like vintage, and I'm like going through old school shit. And I'm like, I have plenty of room in my living room to do another setup like I have here with the 4 D12s across. I could do it in the living room with not just Transformers, but like vintage shit that I grew up with. And I'm not saying like Mask or some shit like that. I'm talking about like old school, even going even deeper, like some things that I liked as a kid. Like there was a KO Star Wars line. I think it was called Space Wars.
Yeah.
when they did 12-inch fucking figures that were like bootlegs of the Star Wars shit, like Darth Vader guy, and there was an R2D2, and it came with a starship and all that shit. And I'm thinking, like, you know, how dope would that be to just have that shit like that in a different section, you know, like I'm not even in the collector room, just to be like away from everything, you know. So I don't know, man. It's like I'm at a good time right now because I'm not spending ass over fist like I was a year ago for fucking Transformers, because I'm nitpicking right now, cherry picking the line. And I have a good time buying the $20 Marvel Legends, and you know that keeps me satisfied. And I'm really honestly thinking about moving more into like some vintage stuff. And I'm not saying vintage G1 Transformers because that's a rabbit hole. That's crazy. But things that spark some interest as a child, you know.
You want to tap into your childhood, bro.
Yeah.
I've been doing the same thing. I haven't really. Last masterpiece I bought is probably the stuff I bought from February from Tyler L. And I haven't bought a Transformer since then. And
because he sent you all that broken shit, right?
No, his stuff is. And I just get whatever shit that Hasbro sends me every month. And but I've been like going into some vintage stuff that touched my soul, like Jason Real Warriors, one of my favorite vehicles from there. Wow. I went and got a couple of Spyro Zone stuff because, of course, that's another classic, and there could be making a comeback pretty soon. Shh, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck. Whoops. Oops. That's what happens in liquid therapy.
There's only about 30, you know, we only have about 30 viewers. So
nobody's. I was about to say nobody's listening.
Nobody's watching. You know it's gonna be? It's gonna be when they actually come out and someone's gonna stumble upon this podcast and be like, "Oh," and they're gonna leave a comment. They're already out.
When you upload it, just bleep that part, Ed.
I don't edit it anymore. It's that's all.
If they did like a real Jason the Wheeled Warriors cartoon line, I would be. They could just take my money. Just take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever thought about going back and getting the old school stuff, or that just wasn't for you?
No, I had some of the old school stuff. I just mean, like, you know, that was one of those lines where the toys were so very, you know, they were so different than the cartoon animation.
Yeah.
That if they kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, like if they ever went back and did like a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon action figure set,
they were supposed to. They were supposed to
take my money. Yeah, take it. Take all my money.
There were some prototypes. I believe the one prototype they had with Avenger and they were going to go forward with it, and then the show got canceled. It was actually one of the very early cartoons that did not have a toy line before they made a cartoon, because usually back in the day there was a toy line, a cartoon. And that was one of the. There was a couple like that, but there was one of some that. There was a cartoon with no toy line.
Dude, that's like a business model to print money. You know what I mean? Print the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and back then the PMRC got Dungeons and Dragons canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the whole satanic bullshit.
Yeah.
What
a great fucking show. If you guys have never watched the old school Dungeons and Dragons show, wow. If you think about some of the ideas that they come up with today with the teams, and you know, like your Avengers, you know what I mean? And it was so balanced. Everything was so balanced, and the voice acting was great. You know, it's a cartoon from the '80s, so it's there's cheese there, but it was very. I think it was a different type of cheese.
Star Wars Rebels copied the mold. They copied the model from Dungeons and Dragons. They copied it. They just replaced it with different people from the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. Man, what a great show, man. And you know what? They never got that last episode out, but there is a screenplay.
It is. Yeah, you got to listen to it. If you get
to listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And some of the original actors came and they redid their roles for it, and it's great, man. It was really great. They found their way home. They actually found their way home.
Exactly. So I would blow Hasbro
I do have those episodes. I do have those episodes on my hard drive. So if anybody is interested, just let me know.
I was saying I'd blow Hasbro if they got the fucking Thundar license.
Oh God, yes.
You know what I want?
That's Warner
Brothers. Wow.
That's Warner Brothers, so they ain't gonna. They can't.
You know what? I really fucked up, and I'm really pissed off. I missed off on it. Remember the old school? They did the Herculoids.
Yes,
those Herculoids PVCs.
Yeah.
They were kind of like PVC Herculoids, and then those sets were going for like $200, $300, $400 $100 each, man. Oh man, and I'm talking about these are cartoons that I grew up with, man. Herculoids, Space Ghost, and shit like that, man.
I'm surprised, like Mattel has.
Whoa, one at a time.
Sorry.
That's what I'm here for.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was saying I'm surprised Mattel hasn't done something, man, because fucking DC's been publishing a book called Future Quest. It's got the fucking Herculoids and shit.
Yep, new versions of
fucking Space Ghost.
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm looking at Jose's little video at the bottom of the screen, and when he said, "All right, go, bro," he had a side view and he was sipping on his tea like Kermit. Okay, go ahead. Bro.
I might have killed that first mason jar too quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I just guess it's just enough for enough people that want it. They'll make it. I would love a. It's not even like as much as I love Gatchaman, but you know, Gatchaman was Battle of the Planets, and I would really like a good tune, articulated tune, accurate set of figures. Not what we're getting from some of the overseas. And you remember back in the day, they had that Battle of the Planets line of figures that were cool. They were cartoon accurate, but they were not articulated. You know, they were just basic, you know, figures, and they do go for a lot of money nowadays. But I would like to see another line of that, man. That fucking show. You know, I couldn't believe it when I got older and found out about the original Gatchaman show of what was going on in that compared to what I saw as a kid. You know, and we had this conversation a lot, like, you know, Voltron and how they chopped up Robotech, and you know, the Power Rangers were just Japanese shows just all spliced together, and you know, like how they do all that bullshit. But you know, when you actually can find it thanks to the interwebs and go back and watch the original fucking broadcasts of those shows in overseas, and it's like, wow, this is fucking incredible. This is a cartoon I wanted. There's rape, there's people dying, decapitation. I'm like, and when you look at the copyright at 1978 Japan, 1978 kids show Japan. Wow.
Damn. But damn, Dust, you don't mind the updated look still, like with those figures, especially like with Gatchaman, like they put out a couple of like real figures.
The ones that you buy,
they look good, man.
I don't like it, dude. Nah, it's not. It's
Jose's got that new couch, man. You're just like chilling. You look comfortable.
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I saw your post. Like,
he's gonna fall asleep in a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost did.
This is the most animated I've ever seen Gary on any show.
Maybe Gary.
No. Whoa. You never seen Gary fucking host Breaking the Mold?
No.
I tried.
He was
my best.
Yo, he was all over. He was like a bad rash, man. He was all over the place. He was doing a really good job that night, man.
See, it's all pent up. I had some work events this week, so I missed my normal first one. I missed Breaking the Mold on Tuesday as I was doing. I had work responsibilities, so life comes first, I guess, sometimes. But it
faces all red. Faces all red. You're really active.
He's on. Oh yeah. We were supposed to see how Gary was after 3.
Yeah, this is number 3. It's almost gone. Almost gone.
You need a refill.
Yeah, I might pass out after 3. I'll tell you that.
You need a refill, bro. Let's come on. Let's both go get one.
Before we digress, we need to wish. We gotta wish Energon Attic a happy birthday. It's Dave.
Hey, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, Dave. I love you.
He was actually in here. He was actually in here on pre-show, man. So he was in here on the pre-show, and
we appreciate the little people, right? The Ewoks, the Jawas, the Dave Colones.
I don't.
Dwarves.
Yeah, but you know, it seems like we sidetracked a little bit with the actual discussion. We were talking about the repaints and all that stuff. And I'm sorry, Darius. I know we kind of just rock rolled you on there, but you know that's how we do it here. But yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna hello and welcome to the Terradrome. All right, you guys got the show. I'm gonna take a piss and get some beers.
Welcome to the Terradrome.
Go for it. Go for it, H. Go for it.
Just to reiterate, it's kind of hard to please every form of the Transformer collector is, and I think Hasbro and Takara is seeing it's very difficult to do that because it's 1 minute we post this is not too inaccurate. We give you too inaccurate. Oh, it's not G1 accurate, and then we have the Beast Wars guys in the background screaming, "Well, we're gonna get some Beast Wars figures." And we're giving them some Beast Wars figures, and now they can complain about the Beast Wars figures,
Hey, bro.
I haven't heard anybody.
Hey, this sounds like a fucking relationship, bro.
It is. It's a bad.
When are you gonna do this?
But for real,
it's like, what do you have done
for real?
Like, go and do it, and it's not good enough. And what do you?
That's the best analogy I've heard. I like that.
I'm like, really?
Transformers Collectors is like, what do you have done for me lately? No matter everything you fucking done for you.
But Darius, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Because it's nothing new.
I'm not surprised. I just laughed my ass out. Are we still on this again?
It should be that. Look at everything. It should be everything I've done for you. Look at everything I've done for you, and you're still fucking complaining. Really?
Yo, for real though, the Beast Wars fans have complained a lot less than the G1 ones.
They have.
From what I've seen, those Beast Wars dudes are like, I'm gonna buy 2, I'm gonna buy 3, I'm gonna buy whatever you put out.
Those guys are fucking patient, bro.
Beast Wars fans have more legitimacy for more gripes for what they want than the G1 collectors. Because G1 collectors, you guys got a plethora of fucking masterpiece fucking figures.
No, but that's true. But that's because we've been here longer, and the Beast Wars guys, they're only coming into their own now as adults.
But not even a masterpiece, Jose. It's not even that line. Even after when Transformers was dead and gone, all these different incarnations from Energon, Armada, Robots in Disguise, Prime. It's like 5 or 6 different series that Transformers fans had to, collect and do whatever shit. Poor Beast Wars still has only fucking Beast Wars from 1996.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so,
I just started Beast Wars 2. I can't get into it.
Yeah. Beast Wars is a good series. It's a good series, As for stories, I just couldn't get into the toy line. That was, I think Beast Wars has a better storyline than the G1 Sunboard cartoon.
And that's the problem. Guys that's G1 fans cannot, I don't want to say understand, but oh my God, I'm up here busting.
No, it's not understand, Walter. They do understand, but they don't want to admit that. You know what I mean?
But it's because it came later. The writing overall was just more sophisticated in the 90s than it was in the 80s.
In the 80s, right.
Yeah.
The 80s, there was a lot of rules. And back then, it was like, okay, we need to make the rules were toy, cartoon, and the end. You can write whatever the fuck you want, but make sure you push the fucking character and the product. We're going to the end. And that's okay. So there were some good episodes of Transformers, some mediocre. Some was like, what the fuck is this? And that was it. But then by the time 96 came around, where people were starting the kids are getting older, more sophisticated, like you said, Jose, we was able to
Season 2 was the agenda.
That was really good. It's good stuff,
great
man.
episode,
That was season. And not just that, let me put something out here there too. That everybody else is talking about Shockwave, the newest Shockwave that's coming on out. Why is it that people are not paying attention to the old Marvel Transformer Universe books? I don't get that. We're paying more. Except, oh man, I'm up here buzzing.
No.
Walter, over 40 hours of work, and I'm up here buzzing. But anyway,
I'll tell you why, Walter. Right? Many kids back then who were collecting Transformers, not all of them read the comic books.
Yep. Exactly.
So, and that is the reason why. And
a lot the third party. If you really want to, let's be technical here. You got IDW and Dreamwave. Let's look at those for a minute. If you look at some of the third party shit, that including some of their combiners, some of that's like, if you ain't read a Dreamwave comic, read it. Look up here at Toy World Devastator. Look at his head. Dreamwave issue 4 or 5. They got Devastator coming out the ocean. Spread out. And it's like, oh shit. So I see people with their Toy World Devastator. I'm like, it's just for fucking Dreamwave. That's all it is.
All right, let me tell you, Walter, a lot of the third-party designs are based upon Dreamwave stuff. I mean, pretty much all the Make Toy stuff is fucking Dreamwave. It is. If you look at look at that,
look at that beautiful linebacker Despotron.
Downbeat. If you look up fucking Downbeat, that jazz is Dreamwave. That's patently written all over him.
By the way, Nick Brammer, the linebacker Despotron is that was my joke, by the way.
I stole it while you was in the bathroom.
No, I'm not in the bathroom. I'm just sitting here extra zero in it. That's all.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, H. I'm gonna tell you one thing that nobody I have never heard anybody tell you. All right,
I'm ready for it.
I'll wait for the good ones. Look, the only thing I'm gonna tell you, bro, there's very few collectors ever tell you, and because we're blessed to know you and being as spoiled as we are. Shit, bro. Thanks for everything, bro.
Oh, you don't gotta thank me. It's my fucking job,
No. You know why, bro? You know why? I'll tell you. Because the one thing you always point out is how everybody bitches.
Don't fuck with Frogman.
Everybody bitches. Everybody fucking complains. Everybody talks shit. Everybody's whining and whatever. But that's fine. You're entitled.
Right.
You're entitled. But one thing I never fucking hear, dude, is people saying, and because we don't know anybody from said company, whatever, but it's like, you know what, bro? Thanks. Thank you for everything that you've provided. Thank you for all the designs, all these figures, all these masterpieces.
I've thanked before, I'm just saying.
Ed has thanked me when we first met. Ed did thank me.
I gave him a big ass hug.
Yes, he did. He gave me a big head at TF Con.
I grabbed that. Yes,
I grabbed my ass.
Thank you for being a friend.
I almost hit us with the Golden Girls.
I almost had the pinky in there. You know.
As soon as I met Darius, I spilled the beer on him.
By the way, you guys want me to keep quiet? By the way,
I just wanted to say that, bro.
Darius, I didn't ruin your sweater, did I?
No, it's all good. Okay,
all right, bro.
And you know what? Shout out to Frogman for being that dude. And Frogman was our first guest on the Cobra Law podcast. Welcome to
shit, man.
So I
appreciate that, man.
We have a good time on that show.
Man.
Plug with three viewers. Cheap plug. We talk about anything and everything. Everybody thinks that we're talking about hip hop music and Cobra or G.I. Joe, and we do nothing about that.
No, it's a great podcast. I like to come on one day with you.
Yeah, man, definitely. We'll put you on the guest list. Next week we have my homeboy Vanderslice, who's a producer that's making some noise in the hip hop industry now. So, and he has a very one-sided opinion about everything. So it should be really good. About 400.
Frogman, I appreciate what you said to me. Much love to you, and thank you again.
Frogman's a dude,
and he's a good guy, man. And it's not about me want to complain and say I'm, you guys are, whoever the collectors are bitching. It's just like, I want people to enjoy. I mean, if you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on these toys, and and you're not getting the joy that you supposedly get when you were a little kid, and all you can see is
at this point, where's the joy? Honestly, it's been 2 weeks. Where's the joy? I guess there's no joy anymore.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens. Sometimes we lose the passion of stuff that we love, because of whatever reasons.
It's not true. I mean, sometimes you're just busy with life. That's all.
It's the overthink it.
Yep, that's true.
Overthink it.
Which is true. Yeah, it's like.
Well, you know what? Honestly, guys, I could easily come home and just open up everything and throw it on the table, but I'd rather sit down, open these guys up, enjoy it, and do what I used to do with the pictures and editorials and stuff like that. So, I'm going to do that.
Sometimes you need a break, Ed, and it's okay to do, have a little break. And when you're ready, you get into it.
My thing is just show the appreciation, bro. Show the appreciation. Show the appreciation because one day, man, you never know. You know what? Just like that, it's done. Gone. Right. It's gone. And then what's everybody gonna say?
Been there.
Dude, I remember when they used to make all this cool shit, and now it's all gone. Well, you know what? Yep. Then you know what? Fuck you. Too bad. Too
it's bad. Like I see so many guys posting their new collection and what they got, and it's like, oh, that's great. But then when you read the caption or the video, it's like, oh, it's fine, but it's got too much kibble.
But you know what? Everybody's but you can't get on guys for having their opinion, man.
No. Ed, you're absolutely right. You have their opinion. But then, if you're not happy with the toy, because every toy you buy, you're not happy with it, then why are you in this?
Yeah. Well, then you know what I mean? Yeah, then there's something going on with that,
And then there's the other half who will just want the bash Hasbro to take the bash Hasbro.
Yeah, just because they want to be that dude.
Right, they want to be that dude, like if you don't like Hasbro so much, there's Bandai, there's Six Arts, there's Sigma. There's so many other places you can go to buy stuff if you don't like Hasbro. So why you keep buying it if you don't like it?
Well, people bash Hasbro because it's $7.99.
Right.
$14.99. These are the collectors that are afraid to pay $59.99 for a fucking quality toy. Or excuse me, a quality collectible. These guys that are still hiding in their mother's basements that are fucking, they're paying. Here we go, and this is where you divide the class between collectors. Wow. You got a guy that's, you get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but and this is the thing that makes me sick a little bit. That
just buy it.
Buy it or don't buy it, right? Yeah, and then when these guys
now. You got people now that are like, this is my first venture into third party. Should I do this or should I not do this? Well, if you have questions and you're not sure,
don't.
After you've seen 5 years of third party
and videos and reviews,
and just don't even fucking do it. Go buy your fucking Headmasters and be happy on fucking Walmart. Just chill.
And it's not even that, too. It's like another issue I have. It breaks my heart is when. Now the Transformers collectors have levels of elitism, Yeah. I want all of us to come together and enjoy it, but then people start fighting each other. Third party versus official, KO versus everybody. It's like a bedlam.
I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, you have.
It's it's the Star Belly Sneeches. You remember the Dr. Seuss story, the Star Belly Sneeches? If nobody read this Dr. Seuss story, the Star Belly Sneeches, read that fucking book.
Apply it to your fucking life.
And I've been telling you guys since I started this fucking podcast 4 years ago. This is the Enter the Realm. It's all about the Star Belly Sneeches. I got a star. I'm happy. We're the best. Everybody that doesn't have a star is nothing. And then all of a sudden, everybody that didn't have a star has a star now. I want my star off. Now we're better because we don't have a star.
Right.
It's fun. And you know what? The only person that's making money is the guy that's taking the stars and putting the stars. It's a great story, man. Dr. Seuss was a fucking genius, man. And his trees, man. His trees freak me out, man. Dr. Seuss does freaky trees, man.
And again, pom-poms.
All right, man.
everything we say here, dude, is nothing personal, man. Don't take it personal.
Oh no,
and I don't mean us. I don't mean us. I mean the people watching. Don't take it personal. We're entitled to our, we're just venting.
Send all your hate mail to at Frogman at Gmail.
You can send that, hate mail to me too, because I'm the one who's saying all this shit.
Opinions and assholes, as we always say.
Yeah. I'm the one that gets the hate comments.
We went super hard.
Fucking truth hurts to a lot of people, and it's the truth.
We went a little super hard on toys. You want to turn the tide a little bit? Keep talking toys. You want to talk a little something different?
Whatever, man.
Change the channel, man.
I mean, we're going for about an hour and a half right now. Maybe we go for another half hour or so, man. If you want to change it up, keep going.
Change the channel, bro. Fuck it.
Whatever. I mean,
what do you want to talk about? What do you guys watch?
Talk about mowing lawns.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I just did that. Hey.
You know what?
Let's take it down a notch. Let's take it down a notch.
I might need to calm down a little bit. Let's talk about leaves.
Y'all seen that new riding lawnmower lately?
That robot lawnmower
the drone mower or whatever. Yeah.
Left and right, man. That's some Kubala shit. We talk about. Hey, Frogman, I'm gonna flip it. Anybody ever see Easy Money by Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh yes, of course.
Nah, man. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what you guys want to talk about, but we can change it up.
But I watched fucking Back to School the other day. I still love
that's such a good movie. Such a good movie. Young Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, it's not
so good.
Fuck yeah,
Gary. It's not a good movie, man.
No, it's good.
It's good, but it's bad.
Sam Kinison is the history.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen, did you see? He converts the dorm, he puts 3 rooms together. Dude, it's interesting.
If you are a fan of comedy and you like Rodney Dangerfield, that movie was when he started going super commercial. That's when you take your favorite hip hop artist or your favorite R&B art and they just went total fucking, we say total retard, total commercial. Sold out, whatever, fuck, and that's what he was doing. When you go back to the old stuff, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, Caddyshack was his best. Easy Money is easy. Easy Money was his first theatrical movie where it had his name on the fucking header, and that movie is fucking incredible. 1983. No filters. There's no bullshit. It's a 1983 comedy movie from Rodney Dangerfield before everything went soft from 85 to 89. You know what I mean? Shit just went soft. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Just watch.
It stars the kid from Christine.
I get it. I know. Arnie. Gary, I get it. I'm a star fucker just like you. I love all that 80s shit, but
dude,
the movie sucks.
No. I refuse. Every fucking Houlihan was still hot.
Sam Kinison.
He's great.
He really cares. He really cares about what? I have no idea.
Rodney found Sam Kinison. He found him and put him.
Yeah.
Into that satellite.
Do you guys remember when Sam Kinison was on Married with Children for the Christmas episode?
Awesome.
Dude, but what you're saying, Rodney Dangerfield.
Comedians. I'm an 80s comedians guy, man.
Yes.
But fucking what Dust is saying, Rodney Dangerfield had a young comedian showcase, and he put so many people on.
So, Seinfeld. Seinfeld. It was incredible.
Rodney was the man.
So you know what? If anybody has any time, go watch Easy Money. It's fucking incredible.
Took it off your Google Drive, right?
Yeah, because you know what? I had an argument with the Cobra Law guys, and they didn't download it and watch it.
Man,
and I just took it off. I said, "Fuck."
The other day, and it was gone.
And you know what?
You said you left it on there, and I clicked.
No, it's gone. They pissed me off. It's gone. It's gone. It's been 3 weeks now. It's gone. And the funny thing is, a young Joe Pesci. If you want to see Joe Pesci, that looks like he's fucking 12 pounds, and he's 6.5. He's 4.5 feet tall.
Where he's frizzy.
Oh my god! What a fucking good movie, man! What a great comedy. If you like some early 80s fucking good comedy, that's the shit, man. Like I'm talking like Fast Times, Ridgemont High,
Dude,
shit like that. Oh man, hey, I like some iced tea. You know
what still,
Earth, Wind, and Fire tickets.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. If you're here and I'm here, is it this our time?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High is fucking incredible.
Forrest Whitaker, for crying out loud, the dude had a messed up eye, and
his eye was still wandering.
Dude, the guy had pizza delivered to school, dude. What the fuck? Like,
Spicoli,
your fucking math class and a fucking pizza's like.
Yo, Fast Times at
right here, bro. Right here.
Was so fucking incredible. Fucking Damone was fucking great.
The pool scene, bro. The pool
what a
scene.
piece of shit. What a fucking piece of shit.
Dude, they fucked up that Camaro. Shit.
He's like, hey, this is pretty nice tea. And then he slams her and fucking knocks her up.
A couple months ago, I watched Police Academy, and that shit still holds up.
Oh,
the first three still holds up, but the
fuck yeah, man! When Lassard's getting blown at the podium,
I would think.
That you got
him. For me, I'd probably stop at 1. I'd probably just leave.
No,
it
the
at
second
1.
one's okay. The zoo, it's okay.
Yeah.
Bobcat Goldfree. I found some really, really nice bargains.
By the way, Rodney found him too. Funny is like I remember the cassettes, the cassette cases at the video store for these fucking movies. When I used to go.
Yeah, dude. Little corner stores, bro.
Dude, here's a little side note. Dude, in 1997. In 1997, I actually appraised Michael Winslow's 1993 Toyota Supra for the company I work for. Just saying.
Really? Wow. Dude, Michael Winslow has done a version of fucking Whole Lot of Love just with his mouth.
Yeah,
that's right. It is fucking amazing.
You know what? So... Gary, I got nothing on that
one. That dude's amazing.
Ironically, Stormy's career is written with her mouth all by itself too. But
I got nothing for that one. Very good. Man, it was just
do what I meant.
I mean, even go back to like the old school '80s fucking teen angst Porkies.
Yeah,
Porkies. I mean, they were just cranking them out.
The Last American Virgin.
Yes. Valley Girl, one of my personal favorites.
Your fucking teen angst movies, man.
Yeah, I know we got two brothers. I know we got two brothers on the panel, but I loved Soul Man.
Soul Man.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was so wrong.
Michael C. Hall.
Oh god, try and get away with that today, right?
Yeah.
All right. So can I talk about one that's gonna get people really pissed off, but it's fucking hilarious? Is the toy? Where he's like, he wants a Wonder Wheel.
Yeah.
Masturbates.
Yo, fucking Jackie Gleason was a fucking plantation owner in that fucking movie in the 80s, man. It was oh my god. It's so crazy how much it's changed in comedies. Just like what the fuck was going on? There was nobody fucking on the fucking switch saying no. Yeah. There was no switch, you know.
Okay, Dust.
Hollywood Shuffle.
Dust, if you're gonna go
Hollywood Shuffle was great.
Hold on, Dave.
If you're
gonna you guys are splashing Dave here. I gotta turn Dave up a little bit because you just came in late. I don't even see you on the fucking panel, so talk.
Sorry, my power went out for like an hour. ISP, everything. But anyway, Blazing Mother-Loving Saddles.
Oh, yeah. Blazing Saddles, man!
You tell me that movie. If that movie could be written today.
No.
With the sheriff being up.
Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna say this right now. With all that shit that was in that movie, it needed to be done to bring films further on.
Well, that was written by
It's a classic. Mel Brooks.
Richard Pryor and Mel Brooks.
They were actually making fun of how high fucking strong society was at a time where they felt they couldn't do that, but they were able to do that, make everybody laugh.
Yes, exactly. Yes. No hurt feelings.
Make everybody laugh.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
Like, it wasn't like it was a hate film. It was like, hey,
no, it wasn't a hate film.
This is the wild, wild west. There's white people everywhere, and there's one black sheriff.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Period.
It was just a different time, bro.
And deep too.
It was a different time, bro.
It's just,
and you know what?
Awesome fucking
perfect.
movies,
you know what?
My favorite.
And the perfect example of what you're saying is coming to light is Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is bringing all that shit forward. How things was 30 years ago, and they can't cope into today's society now.
Exactly.
And that series is fucking great.
It was a good show. A great watch.
I love that he calls that kid Lip.
If you did not see Cobra Kai, go and watch it. It's not one of those corny
remakes
or remake or whatnot. They took what they were doing in the 80s and they combined now, and they were just like, if this guy lived here now, this is the dude that would be doing this. And they didn't care about censorship, and they didn't. And I mean, there's some kiddie shit in there, but you know what? They flipped it. You know what I mean? Like, here's a guy teaching. He's the Cobra Kai. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's the kid from Cobra Kai, and he wants to
that shit.
start the dojo, and he wants to have all these cool kids that are coming in and want to kill. You know what he gets? The nerds.
The nerds.
And he's trying to teach the nerds and the rejects, but then you start thinking, oh, it's gonna be one of those. Let the nerds regress and become stronger. It flips so many different ways.
Yeah, the nerds are the fucking bullies now,
It flips so many different ways, and it's I watched the first couple episodes on YouTube, and then it's on Cody, so you could just watch.
It's kind of like
shout out to Cody.
Yeah, shout out to Cody.
And Google just lost their money again.
Not the one.
I'm not talking about the guy that does
the King of the North. That's the King of the North.
I'm not talking about the king.
England is his city.
But yeah, man, I was really surprised. The acting, a little bit here and there, but
yeah, but it was the story.
It's funny. They bring you in on that 80s vibe, and you're like, oh my god, they're gonna do the same thing that they did, and then like, nope. You know what I mean? And then it's like they keep baiting you. They keep baiting you, and then they make you laugh.
Good.
And it's like you would think like Daniel-san is like the righteous guy, and he's all good. No, Daniel-san's the douchebag. He's got money now. He's one of those guys. He's got money. He don't give a fuck. And this poor other asshole, the guy that fucking lost the tournament, his life is ruined
Johnny.
because of fucking Ralph Macchio.
Right. And it's what I liked about
it. It kind of flips.
Right. It transitioned because Russo was the bully. Then now Russo started becoming the good side. He realized what he was becoming a monster, right? And he stopped, and then he took Johnny's son. Spoilers, but deal with it, right? And then Johnny is remorseful now because his Cobra Kais are now the monsters, the bad guys, Again, and it's just like the cycle is continuing again, because now when I don't want to give away more spoilers, but but
the funny thing, what I like
about the ending of the series, it's starting all over again, life imitating art.
What I like about it is like, you would think like, okay, here's a guy teaching kids to do the right thing. But no, he's a drunk. He's drinking beers. He's telling kids to kill. He's, he's like doing the total opposite. He's kind of like, it's kind of like the Bad News Bears.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You remember back in the day, Walter Matthau with the Bad News Bears. You know what I mean? He's drinking the beers, trying to teach the kids to play baseball, and cursing at them, and you know what I mean? They're all. It just
bad
seems like it's the same.
Instructor.
It's like you would think, like if there was a show nowadays, they would want to put the family values in there, and everybody's equal. And you know what I mean? All this fucking PC bullshit that we have to deal with every day nowadays because of fucking people are picking up guns and killing people in schools. You know what I mean? All this fucking stupid shit that we can't.
Dumb shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't have a regular society, I mean, because everybody's got to walk on eggshells nowadays because of the shit that's going on now in the world today. And I'm very happy to say, like, this show did not follow that. They did not follow that, you know?
Yep.
And it was very refreshing. Is it cheesy and campy? Yes, it is cheesy and campy. But you know what? When you're watching it, you get that 80s vibe and you understand and realize, and you get to say, these writers are very smart and genius where they're going with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, even how it was edited really well done. How they incorporated the original Karate Kid in the flashbacks and everything too, and it was so smooth and seamless, you know, which I enjoy that, you know. I think great series. That was a perfect
I'm
example.
glad you brought that up, man. That's a good topic, man. And I don't know how many people on the panel watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm sorry for spoiling shit, dude. I'm sorry.
I binged it.
Yeah, I binged it too when it came out.
Yeah, I did it in one night myself.
Yeah.
That's good. No, that's a good endorsement, man. You're very jaded with the current entertainment industry. So hearing that is actually a very positive.
Who, me?
Yeah, you know.
Oh my God! Wow, if Dust says he likes it, it must be good.
It must be good, bro.
But you gotta understand. You gotta.
Dusty likes it.
You gotta understand this. I have anchors in the 80s. I'm a little bit older. So if you're 20 some odd years old or 30 some odd years old, you may not like it because you did not remember it for the first time watching it back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have anchors to that era. You know what I mean?
True.
So if you don't know nothing about that movie or did not grow up with that movie, you may not feel the same way watching this series. And that's a disclaimer. That's the old school Dust Mites is an old man disclaimer.
Quick question, Ed. Do you have the old Karate Kid cartoon series in your hard drive?
No.
Part 2.
Yeah,
they had a cartoon series, Saturday morning cartoon series.
They did.
Oh, the cartoon. Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah. I know. I wanted to watch it again. I know they're bad. It was so bad, but I wanted to watch it.
I do remember a lot of cartoon series, but that was not one of them. But let me see if I can get it for you. I'm going right to
it's gonna probably be on that
Netflix,
like Kiss Tunes or something like that. Is it on Netflix?
Might be. They might put it on Netflix.
Netflix ain't that cool.
It's too obscure.
It's too obscure.
Yo, I'm gonna say, I want Sato to show up in fucking Cobra Kai.
Dude, Santo.
Yeah,
Sato.
Not Sato. Sato should be dead by now.
Yeah. I don't care. I want him to show up. Fucking 90 years old, fucking breaking people up.
You want his nephew to show up because he should be about, older now in his 60s or 70s.
I mean, then he could kill fucking.
If we're talking old school movies,
that old?
Yeah, I think I maybe tapped out at like 2. I watched this one, but I didn't go. I didn't go full Daniel. I'll say I didn't go full Daniel.
I watched 3. Fucking Hilary Swank, right? Wasn't it?
No, she was in the next.
That was the next Karate Kid.
The next Karate Kid. I did not watch that one.
I watched them all. Fucking Mr. Miyagi was my hero.
Dude, can we talk about Elizabeth Shue a little bit? Oh my goodness.
Oh god damn. Yo, the last thing I saw
Adventures
her
in
in
Babysitting. God, I crushed on her in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
Miyagi
still alive and shit or no?
No, he's dead. He died a while
Pat
ago.
Morita?
Oh no, Pat Morita's dead. He died in
Pat Morita died,
2006.
yeah.
Wow,
He died in
I didn't know that.
2006, yeah.
And Daniel San gave him eulogy.
Really? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that shit.
Third Mason.
I can hear the eulogy now. I single-handedly killed his career.
Dude, fucking Pat Morita was the fucking bomb in MASH. Fuck Arnold from Happy Days. He was the fucking shit in MASH.
Oh,
Can I tell you something? I think the actor that helped him out was legendary Red Fox.
Really?
Yeah, Red Fox helped him out.
Now, I don't want to go back to Elizabeth Shue, but you got me thinking about her now, guys. Thanks. I think one of my favorite movies besides Karate Kid and Adventure to Babysitting when she was the hooker in Leaving Las Vegas, because it kind of answered all my questions I wanted to know. Like, what does she look like topless and everything? And that answered my question. So, shout out to Leaving Las Vegas.
Hold on.
She was even still hot.
She was hot in Leaving Las Vegas.
Dude, she was even still hot in fucking The Saint, that shitty Val Kilmer movie.
I gotta figure out how to get back in here. I fucking hit the button. Hopefully we're not gonna lose broadcast.
We're still live.
No, we're still going. All right.
We're live, baby.
I'm on the wrong fucking account. I gotta try to get back. I have no control over this anymore. So it's all on you guys. So let me try to get back in here.
We're gonna go live all night. We're gonna go live all night.
Jose confusing me with the Rock fucking icon. God damn it.
All right, shut the fuck up. Let me try to get this fucking talking about the luscious 80s dick that I
made. Linda Lovelace, what?
What?
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Oh man, thanks for inviting me here tonight, man, guys. It's been so much fun. I needed a break.
It was fun.
I still love you, Darius.
I still love you, Nick, bastard.
Darius, I never see you around anymore, man. Breaks
my heart. I'm around. I'm just lurking and watching you fools saying all the shit you guys say on the Rock page. You're like, these motherfuckers. All right.
You got the power.
You can't take it personal, bro. You can't
I don't take it personal. I laugh at this shit. I'm like, you motherfuckers. But,
I just try to make your stuff look good on my Instagram.
Oh, you do. You do a great job. Thank you, man. Sell it, bro. I need the extra. Do what you can do to make me look good, bro.
Yo, Darius, you're probably one of the only people on this panel that don't know what I'm talking about. You remember the Alex Ross Justice figures?
Oh, yes. I still have those.
Dude, I bought a fucking Solomon Grundy, and I got it for only $35.
Very nice.
That's a nice haul.
The only thing, as soon as I fucking opened the box, is fucking left arm. The fucking joint was gone.
By Chris Pickerton in the house.
Guess what? I'm back, babies.
Solomon Grundy tabled on a Saturday.
Yo.
B545. I smell a What up, Chris? It's good to see you, bro.
What up, Pink?
What's up, man?
You
don't look happy.
You look good. Yeah, he's gonna really want to choke somebody out.
No, I'm good. Man, I'm very, very, very good. Probably doing fine.
Who'd you pile drive?
Nobody.
How was your night, man? How's your night going?
Going great, man. Going great.
Where's all that noise coming from?
Somebody sounds terrible. Yeah, somebody sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm in my workshop with a fan running, so
you're
probably not helping.
Okay.
I'm just afraid you're pulling a Steven Seagal.
Think someone's watching Robotech and falling asleep.
Word? Robotech?
All right, so next time I fucking and leave the chat accidentally, I figured it out. So I'm gonna write it down. So
don't forget, put on the post.
I'm gonna write it down before you forget.
Yeah, post-it note and stick it in your mouth.
Gary say I better fucking write it down before I die. What did he say?
I said before you forget.
Forget about it.
Yeah. You're still in here twice.
Take the time now.
Yeah. You're in here twice.
No, that's me. I got the realm as my.
Yeah, fucking Jose confuses me.
Yeah, I like that. He's in here twice. All right.
Copycat. Woo. So Chris, what's up, man?
The realm is strong, boys.
We've just been bullshitting about fucking movies. We just went on an 80s fucking movie rant.
Nice.
Talking about
I know
you guys were talking Elizabeth Shue, didn't you? You talking about Elizabeth
Shue?
Oh my god, I fucking stuff a fucking shoe up her ass.
all I know is fucking.
And a few other things.
When was the last time you guys seen Cocktail? Man, what a great movie!
Cocktail, dude.
Cocktail was good.
Listen to Cocktails recently.
You know, she also played the sheriff in the Piranha remake.
How do you know that, G?
She did.
Listen, I like to keep my finger on the pulse of pop culture, Jose.
Yo, all I know is Pinkerton looks like he's still doing the Rock weight loss challenge. You look good, brother.
Thank you, man.
Wow, look at that! Look at wow.
I've been trying to learn from my Puerto Rican master, Jose.
Hey, Pinkerton, show us your tits.
Yeah. Hey, I gave you that compliment. Can we get a nip slip?
Slip the shirt real quick.
Yeah, there's your nip slip right there. Yeah, look at it. Do you see the racist joke he just threw in there? Oh boy, we need to stop.
I know.
Yo, I'm on my third nation.
TKO or something.
Wow. Yo, taste of what?
Taste of
Oriental.
Taste of Oriental. Yeah, they're on the racist one.
Okay. Chris, your mic is blocked. We can't hear you. You're muffled.
Yeah, you're muffled.
There's the reference pick for it. This is an actual restaurant.
You're gonna have to. You have to.
That doesn't mean you had to do it.
Listen, there were a lot worse. I could have done.
You could have done the taste of some young guy.
Wayne's World.
I hit up Robert G. I said, show me a picture of the trashiest takeout place you have in the city.
Well, he's in fucking Williamsburg. Everything's all
fucked up Pizza.
They could have sent you
that's the south side. That's go to Marcy and Broadway.
I had a Chinese place across from the projects who had the bulletproof glass and everything. It was called the Amazing Wok.
Yeah,
that's what it was called. You walk in there, there's bulletproof glass. You give them their money. There's a Lazy Susan. They give you your food.
Yeah, we got King Wok, Great Wall.
Yeah, we got China.
Amazing Wok.
This joint that we order from is just called China.
New Hong Kong.
I gotta tell you, Chris.
That's a good job. That is a great job that you did with
the blurred look.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is badass.
On the top. That's dope.
That is a city fucking inside. If you look at that, the menu on top is basic city layout. Right
now, can the door open to go into there, or it's just solid like that?
Hey, easy.
Chris, we really can't hear you.
You know what Luke said to Master Yoda? You ask the impossible. So no, it does not.
Yeah, that shit looks.
Regardless, phenomenal job, Chris.
Looks fucking awesome, bro.
Look
always.
At the I don't know if you can see my faded outside. You got
the weathering is great.
Yo, Chris, you got to put the B- health sticker on the door though. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it off
that place like that. C or B-.
Why do you get to put my phone number on there?
I was screenshotting that shit.
I put this phone number. I don't know if anybody caught what phone number that is.
No, I don't know that number.
Yo, what's up?
It.
Yeah. No, go fuck yourself. That's not my number.
What is it? That's what?
Anybody remember the rapper Mike Jones from back in the day? He used to shout out his phone number all the time.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Mike Jones.
I don't think that number is connected anymore.
Let's find out.
But this sign says Bumpin' Sarah Realty Group, and it's a New Jersey phone number. So,
did you just fucking pull out of nowhere?
I just basically pulled out a number out of my ass for that one. Yeah. So, anyways.
Well, looks good, man. Looks good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Now on the rooftop, you could put figures on the roof, or it's just hollow like that?
No, it's hollow back there. I probably should have put a shelf there, but that's hidden.
Cool.
I could still do one. And I mean,
throw a shelf in there.
Yeah.
Everybody that wants to throw a shelf in there, say throw a shelf in there.
Tell them, Chris, that's hitting the next price point.
That's right. That's tier 3 right there.
There you go, baby. Make that cash.
Gotta make that money, bro.
I'm just gonna pop in and say hello. I gotta get back upstairs with the family. So you guys have a good evening. All right.
Later, man. Later, man.
Later, brother.
Hey. All right, guys. We've been going 2 hours, man. You want to kill this broadcast? We can keep going offline.
Yes, sir.
Either way.
Yeah, because I'm about to get real sloppy.
Man, I really honestly think, guys, we really had a lot of good discussions tonight. We were all over the place like a bad
2 hours?
Yeah, it's been 2 hours already.
And I got to miss all of it.
We've been all over like a bad rash, but you know, I think we hit some fucking good spots, man, and we had some good laughs, man. That's what it's all about. Before the fucking wheels fall off on this shit.
Yeah, brother.
So I think you know sometimes you have to just say, you know what, before you fall asleep in the chair, you just need to just fucking say, let's cut it down now. So
you gotta tap out sometime.
Yeah, let's tap it out, and we're gonna
already tapped out.
So. Yeah, Walter was like, "Yeah, man, I'm falling asleep." We will be continuing this party on after the party. Broadcast, and the link is still in the Facebook group Realm of Realm. So if you don't know about that group, join the group. Answer the 3 questions. If you
all you shy motherfuckers, come on in now.
If you do not answer, if you do not answer all 3 questions, you're not coming in. If you answer 1 or 2, I'm kicking you. You have to answer all 3.
Wow,
man. You know what? I'm tired of saying, can we sell figures here?
It's on the top page, yo. And anybody who's coming in now better come in now because I'm about to spill some shit.
Oh, boy.
Fuck, I just kicked over my bank.
All right, all right. So real quick, I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing official or anything, but I'm gonna go left or right. I'm gonna say, yo, Dave, just give little shout outs and whatnot, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dave,
happy birthday.
I'm on Dave.
It's the wrong Dave, bro.
Wrong Dave. Dave's not here, man.
All right, my name is Dust Bites, and you just watched Liquid Therapy, and these motherfuckers are drunk as fuck. Dave, where you at?
Hey, Dave. Where they can find you, bro?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Real quick.
Focus. Yes,
yeah,
you.
Yes, you. True Star Screamer on Instagram at True Star Screamer. Like my pics. There you go.
Awesome. All right,
Frogman.
Eddie Frogman in the Facebook groups. Thank you for having me, guys. Had a fucking blast, and thanks for tuning in, man.
And shout out to this dude to be the first guest on the Cobra Law podcast. Welcome to the Aerodrome, recording every Monday, releasing every Friday.
Booyah! Thank you very much. Man. Awesome.
Hey, I'm here on Tuesdays.
And how are those drinks doing?
They're good. Their third one's empty, so it's gonna be a good hangout.
You need a fourth. You need a fourth.
I know. I might.
Refill.
We are continuing, man. So are you working tomorrow?
I was just gonna say it's just like the 1995 hit movie Friday. It's but it's not Friday. It's Saturday. But it's Saturday. I don't have any work. I ain't got shit to do.
Right.
Maybe I'll make a force.
How'd you get fired on your day off?
When I sat down here, I had 6 beers already in me, and I got 20 sitting right next to me. So I'm gonna go until we're done.
Oh yeah.
So this is the type of shit I do off the air. So we're going.
I'm gonna finish my Malibu bottle. I got half left. So
Hurricane.
We're going in.
Yo, Hurricane BX. Thanks for having me, guys.
Chilling on the couch. Hashtag
Cheers.
chilling on the couch.
Passing out on the couch in a little while.
Agent H.
Well, everybody knows where they can find me. I'm always lurking in the RC room. They can find me on Facebook.
You got that red solo cup. Like
you gotta go with the solo cup for therapy.
Fuck.
You know, got my got my shit in there. Yo.
Bramalama Skansky.
What's up? Nick Bramall on Facebook. Masterpiece Shiza on GermanDate.com. And that's all you can find me.
It's all numb and stingy.
Naomi Shiza!
And my name is Dust Mites, Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook with Dust Mites on Instagram. And thank you guys for joining us. I know it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a liquid therapy for you to step to. Nice. You like that? It's been a while since we had one of these. We used to do them a lot more often. Hopefully we could do these more often in the future. I hope you guys like it. It's kind of like us chilling off the rails, talking about anything, whatever, and just seeing a little bit, showing you guys a little bit more about us on a little bit more of a personal side, and not just standing here talking about, I like Transformers and Marvel weapons. And you see a little bit more about us, but I think you guys honestly know what we're all about. So we are the Realm of Collectors, the ROC. And what do they say, Jose? What's that tagline you say on your show on Breaking the Mold?
We're not going anywhere. So get to know us, guys.
Beep, beep, beep. Back it up. Say it one more time.
We're not going anywhere, guys. So get to know us.
Thanks for joining us. We are going to continue offline, and we are going to talk about some. So, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's how I end every podcast.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Exactly.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here. And
admire the manicure.
What the fuck is that? We get it back to that. What is that? What do you got? Fucking sparkles on you? Did you?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Did you catch your fucking finger
galaxy,
in the door?
bro?
Yeah, like a black.
I'm getting the galaxy black and sparkles, bro.
Did you catch your finger in the fucking door jamb of your car?
Nah, bro.
You do that voluntarily?
Fuck yeah!
Oh man, you gotta go. You gotta go.